Alright, guys, welcome back to day 15. Losing track of the days, it's fine. It'll be in the description in the title of the video. Anyway, so welcome back. We're starting a war today. This is probably gonna take more than one day, because we're doing the Mysterious Island quest, which is starting a war and then finishing the war. But we're gonna be extra overzealous, and we're gonna go for the Order of the Silver Wossname reward, which is going above and beyond. Because why not? So we're gonna be heavily using this chart here to help us, and obviously this when helping a little bit, especially when we get to this part. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be doing the hippie and the frat boy war. But first we gotta get the rest of the disguise. Let's get in our regular outfit so that we have some of our stuff. So we've got the frat boy warrior fatigues. We need to get the rest of the hippie one. And we need to go get another flare gun. So just let me say, okay, bulletproof corduroys. Orcish frat boy. We're gonna smackety smack him. And the reinforced headband. Okay, so we've got those now. We're gonna go to the Pirate Cove. We need okay, and we are flare gun. Cool. Okay, so we need to now. We can start it as either one. So let's do. Get dressed up in regular again, because they just have different. Let's do the frat warrior fatigues, just because they're a little less terrible. I say a little less because, yeah, they're a little less terrible. Alright, so we need to go, I think, starting the war, wearing the fatigues, opposite base until we get to blocking out the scenery and choose the lookout tower. Okay. Alright. Hippie camp. No, war hippie space cadet. That's funny. Okay. Come on, non-combat. I want a non-combat something so that I can start a war. 'Cause I want the sides to fight everyone. Boom. Okay. You walk up to the lookout tower, which looks exactly like you'd expect something built by amateurs under the influence of psychotropic drugs would look. Huge, imposing, poorly designed, and not particularly sturdy. It's built with bamboo shoots lashed together with hemp rope and is swaying visibly even though there is no breeze tonight. You make your way up a rope ladder to the top, hoping the hippies have left some vital bit of intelligence lying around that you can bring back to the frat boys and save your ass, both literally and metaphorically. As you pull yourself up onto the platform at the top of the tower, the structure groans beneath you. You wonder if you'll be able to miss the ground if you fall, but as you glance over your shoulder, it looks disconcertingly solid and ubiquitous. Look it up. Okay. Eh. You see a giant map of the mysterious island rolled out on top of the platform. It shows the hippie camp, Orcs frat house, and the Pirates Cove, but other than that, it doesn't look all that familiar. The map's far more detailed than any map you've seen on the island. Apparently, there are far more than 3 little settlements on the landmass. As you mentally copy the map to draw it out later, you hear a scurrying in the darkness behind you. You spin around and see a ferret perched on the edge of the tower, looking down toward the ground below. You edge toward it as the tower sways back and forth, whispering, "Hey, little guy. You shouldn't be so close to the edge. Why don't you come here?" In what you hope is a reassuring tone, the ferret blinks at you, wrings its little front paws, then speaks. "I can't. I, I, I just can't stand it anymore," he says. "I'm a ferret, okay? I know from stench. I have glands on my body that secrete foul-smelling fluid. But these hippies, do they have any idea how bad they smell? And they're always picking me up, touching me, putting me in the pockets of their filthy, filthy pants. I just can't stand being around them anymore. Even shiny objects don't distract me the way they used to. I'm going to end it all. Goodbye, cruel world. And with that, the ferret leaps off the tower. You hear a thump on the ground below and rush over to the edge. A funk of hippies has already gathered around the body of the ferret, and one looks up and sees you. It's a frat boy! He shouts. Some frat boy killed my ferret. The hippies all glare up at you. I should have done that in a different voice. It's a frat boy. Nah, that's worse. Okay. The hippies all glare up at you. Their normal amiability turned to pure object hatred. You sneak down the back of the tower and barely make it out of the hippie camp. Apparently, you can knock down hippies, light them on fire, douse them with soapy water, and steal their clothes and food, but animal cruelty is where they draw the line. And the line, it would seem, must be drawn here. Thus begun this frat war has. Okay, so this is what our map looks like. So, adventuring on in the battlefield wearing either set will count kills towards our kill count. We have to kill 1,000 either hippies or frat boys, or what we're doing is we're going to kill 999 of both and then use the flare gun to blow things up. You notice the pirates are gone because pirates are smart. They leave when there's war. But we want to go talk to the council. Excellent work, adventurer. You finally managed to get those idiots to fight each other. Now you've got to make sure the battle ends before the tourist season. I mean, would you rather go visit the beautiful tropical island or the body-strewn war zone? Well, there's no accounting for taste. We happen to believe most people prefer the beautiful tropical island. Get out there and rack up some casualties so we can get this over with. Yeah? If you're not making enough progress, you could try helping some of the other denizens of the island. Unlike every other fantasy kingdom in the world, if you're stuck, you should visit every location and talk to everyone. How woefully helpful. Okay, so using our fancy guide here, and starting as a frat boy. So we're gonna kill 7 people. Important to know. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, important thing to know here. There are a lot of different modifiers that matter about how you kill people. For us, there's only the ones that we're going to get from this, but other ones are down here. If you are playing as like a different class or have different abilities or mystery items. Okay? So, but the way we're doing is we're going to do the simpler method, which is kill 7 people. Non-combats do not count as a kill unless they specifically mention people being killed. So, that's the big thing here. So, we're going to kill 7 people, complete our 3 side quests, and then kill 124 more people. Because that'll really be like the extra 992 people. That works out somehow. And then we're going to do that for the other side. So, starting as the frat boys, we have the frat where the lighthouse, the junkyard, and the mysterious item arena are available immediately. So we're gonna do kill 7 people, then do the lighthouse, then the junkyard, then the arena as a frat boy, and then we're gonna go be a hippie and do the other ones. So, but we're a frat warrior, so lighthouse, junkyard, arena. After we go, right? Okay, so we're going to kill. We have to be dressed up. So I am in the Brotherhood. We get another thing. We get a paddle phone. What does that do? Summons Frat Army Aid. Probably not going to use that. And beer bombs, which deal damage. Okay, cool. Okay, so the other important thing to know: if you are using KoL Mafia, it tracks your number of kills, which is very helpful for doing things like getting the Order of the Silver Wossname, like we're trying to. Wossname, whatever. Okay, so 1 kill. 2 kills. 3 kills. 4 kills. 5 kills. 6 kills. 7 kills. Okay, we've killed 7 people. So we've done that. So now we're going to go do, we said the lighthouse. So, there you go. Finally, some help. Bumpty, bumpty, bump. Here I was, my bombas, trying to make the big boom, humpty bumped. When all of a sudden, the war breaks out. War, bumpty, bumpty, bump. Those pirates, they went away, but on the way out, they sank the ship that was bringing me my gunpowder. I need it. I need it for the big boom, bumpty, bump. Okay, I don't know what the bumpty, bump is. Anyway, I tried going down the son of a space, beach, to see if you washed up. But those lobster frogmen down there are too tough for me to handle. You get it for me, 5 barrels. So we need 5 barrels of gunpowder. Okay. Hippies don't surf, don't care. Okay. No, don't care. Valuable trinkets. What do those do? I'm sure someone will tell me. Missing fingers. What? Is that gonna mean we fumble? Oh, just multiple -3. Okay. Empty Coca-Cola bottle. Okay. A wool hat. Okay. Wait, hold on here. Why are we getting non-combats? I'd like combat, please. Thank you. 1 barrel of gunpowder. Well, I mean, we're getting resources, I guess, but this is not. Oh! Oh! More valuable trinkets. 2nd barrel of gunpowder. 3rd barrel of gunpowder. Strawberries. Some sleek skills. Okay, please, 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 please. Combat. Give me combat. I'm gonna have to get the. That's the 4th one. Beaten up. Okay, we'll solve this problem. Talking to walrus. And then we're going to miscellaneous, no consumables. Use a cast. Okay, that didn't use a lot. Tiny house. Well, we're above 70. That'll be enough. Okay, 5th barrel gunpowder. Awesome. Okay. Back to the lighthouse. Oh, gunpowder. Big boom. Big, big boom. Thank you. He gazes at you thoughtfully for a few seconds. The spotlight and says, "My life, my bombs for you. My bombs for you. Bumpty, bumpty, bump." So now we essentially have his aid in blowing things up. Okay. So then we're doing the arena. Yeah, the arena, because it's next to the thing on our side. Okay. So we're doing the arena. You wander up to the amphitheater, mentally picturing yourself pouring your heart out in front of the millions of screaming fans. But don't worry, we won't tell anyone. You see 2 guys scuffling in front of the bulletin board, where upcoming acts can post their flyers. One has carefully disheveled hair, a polo shirt with a popped collar, and a general air of smug superiority. The other is dressed like your basic trust fund hippie. Really expensive clothes designed to look like you just dug them out of a trash can. Both men are frantically papering over each other's posters because they get. As you watch, they finally drop their posters, start grappling, and sissy slap each other. What's the problem here, guys? You ask. Trendy McPopped collar stops kicking the hippie in the ribs and glance over at you. When he sees how you dress, he says, "Hey, I'm trying to promote a really sensitive but totally angsty concert by Loathing's best screaming crying band, Radioactive Child." Never heard them, you say. Surely you've heard all their hit single. If you want to tell people the truth, make them laugh, otherwise they'll kill you. Royal with cheese? Royale with cheese? No, what's it about? It's about when the lead singer's girlfriend left him for another guy, but to show they're clever and hip, screaming crying bands use famous quotes and pop culture references for their song titles and make sure that the title never has anything to do with the song. Wow, that certainly isn't the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say. Well, the opposite. I mean, everyone knows there's no future in pop culture references. Oh boy. Anyway, it would be really help me out if you could take this stack of flyers and put them up all over the kingdom. You could even just stick them right on the enemies you fight. Just, I'm sure they won't mind. Help me out. You'll be rewarded. The greatest gift with the greatest gift all the world could offer you. Master Pal's really good to give those souls that said, no, don't care about a vocalist. Why is he considered? Well, he's the lead singer of rock band, but he was born with like half a tongue and no nostrils. Wow. Okay, so rock band flyers. Comment on reusable. Okay, let's go figure out how we're supposed to do this one. Tasks. Once you have the rock band flyers or jam band flyers, simply adventure anywhere in the kingdom and slap fires on monsters in combat. Once the total attack value monsters you've advertised on is at least 10,000. Starting monsters use a shared ability on the few you'll need to hand out, but starting their retaliatory strikes if you don't like having flyers stuck to them, they'll always hit you and have double the normal amount of damage unless you stun them with either multi-round or single round stun. Can be applied without a uniform on. Okay. Okay. All right. 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 Okay. So that's gonna take a hot minute. Let's see what the junkyard task is. Ysarian, the junk man. Molybdenum magnet. Okay. Hey, I see you're a soldier of some sort. Man, the uniform's really changed since back in my day. What war was I in? Oh, you know, that one between the KoL Wars and now. I'm sure there's a whole history of it somewhere. Anyway, I'm hoping you help a fellow military man out. Have you got a few minutes? Sure, what do you need? So, when I was in the war, I was a bombardier in the Air Force. One day, I looked out the window of the plane and saw something on the wing. Something on the wing. Funny thing is, I'd been trying to get kicked out of the service for a while at that point, trying to convince them I was insane. But they said not wanting to get in a plane and get shot out wasn't insane, so I had to keep flying. Anyway, once I told them about the gremlin I saw, they gave me a Section 8 without me even having to put on a dress. Nice Baxter reference. The gremlin followed me here, though. For a while, I kept him as a pet, but when I tried to give him a bath, he multiplied. There are two swarms of 11 gremlins running around here. I keep wanting to fix up some of the old junker cars here, but I can't because they stole my tools. I have no idea how I'm going to catch 22 of those creatures. Hell, there's probably even more of them now. Even worse, some dumb scientist was up here the other day. He did all sorts of experiments, and the gremlins are mutating. Anyway, I'm missing my entire molybdenum tool set. Hammer, screwdriver, pliers, and crescent wrench. You can probably use this magnet to get them away from the gremlins. If you give me my tools, I could probably fix up some of these cars for your war effort. Okay, so might be able to two birds, one stone here. Let's look at previous Arian's tools. So you get the hammer from the Batwing Gremlin in the barrel. The one holding it will say it whips out a hammer. You're not sure if wearing hammers you on the head. Okay, so start there. Keep combat going until the two holding stats of the gun is identified. If it's not the twirling gremlin, attack as you wish. Okay, cool. So we can slap flyers on these guys as we're doing. Okay. So barrel is the first one. Do we have clobber equipped? Let's equip clobber. Run away. Alright, let's clobber. It doesn't have a hammer. Okay, cool. Oh, right, we were supposed to be hitting them with clobber. Oh, wait, this is a gremlin. Never mind. We wanted to use the advertisement. What's it called? I could just go look. That would be the smart play here. Rock band flyers. Here we go. And then we'll thrust back. Okay, to make this easier, we're going to move the rock band flyers to right there. Okay, so enter again. Rock band flyers. Smack. Enter again. Rock band flyers. Oh. Smack. So this is how we'll get our racket going. Oh, wait. Clobber? Nope, it doesn't have the thingy. We might want to go heal. Scroll drastic healing. Oh, they aren't always used. Nice. Okay. Okay, we're gonna slap it with the flyers. Clobber, make sure. Hey, this one's got the hammer. Okay, we need the molybdenum magnet. Molybdenum magnet. We got the hammer. Okay, cool. So after the hammer, we have the crescent wrench from the erudite gremlin in the tires. He whips out a crescent wrench. Okay. The erudite gremlin in the tires. Okay. Okay. Doesn't look like he has the thingy. Bites you. Yep, nope, still doesn't have the thingy, so keep going, keep going, keep going. That's an AMC, so we don't need to worry about it. Only the erudites. Okay. Well, hefting a wrench, isn't that the thingy? I think this is him. Well, hefting a wrench, yeah, okay. So, molybdenum magnet. Get the crescent wrench, yay. Okay. So, we've got two of Yossarian's tools. Okay, so the refrigerator from the spider gremlin whips out a pair of pliers. Okay, spider gremlin in the refrigerator. Well, bam. Nope. Okay. Bat-winged gremlin. Another spider gremlin. Aha! Wow, we'll do that. This is wrapping up very rapidly. Okay, we got our pliers. So the last one is the rusted out car from the vegetable gremlin. Whips out a screwdriver. Vegetable gremlin. That's an erudite. Smackety smack. Don't talk back. Schmackety schmack. Don't talk back. Schmackety schmack. Stop talking, gremlin. That one's not going to have it. Hit it with that. Then a little this. Vegetable. Stabs you in the thigh with a carrot. Okay. That's creative. Jick, thanks. Smack. I am trying to do multiple quests at once. Alright, come on. Pummels you in the head with a cabbage. Okay, yeah, no. You don't get to live, vegetable gremlin. Stabs you in the nipple with a carrot, which is weird since it's holding a screwdriver. Hey! Yay! Okay, cool. So go talk to Geosarian. We got a saw blade shield. A weapon damage. Okay. Alright, I don't know how you managed to get these back, but now I can start fixing those cars. Take my advice, though, and get out of the military while you still have half a braid. Of course, if you still have half a braid, they won't let you out. It's just like trying to catch 22 gremlins. As you turn to walk away, he taps you on the shoulder. I almost forgot. I made this while you were off getting my tools. It was boring, but I figured the more time I spend bored, the longer my life will seem. Anyway, I don't really want it, so you might as well take it. Okay, so let's go back to the arena. Hey, you're doing a decent job promoting. The band's still not popping enough for me to find the financial backers for the show. Okay, so we're not there yet. Okay. So we need to go adventure somewhere random. Okay, first off, let's eat some stuff. Eat some 5, get our adventure count back up. Okay, and then we're gonna drink some stuff. Let's drink a little something something. Drink a rockin' wagon. Call it good there. Alright, and get back in our regular outfit. Because we don't have to be in our get up to do that. Okay, so let's go meat farming in the big mountains. Because these things won't hurt me. Not enough to make a difference. So, and we'll unrefined mountain syrup. Huh. Cool. We're going to get rid of the snow queens because we don't want them because they don't give us anything good. Oh, I should have hit her with the thing first. Rookie mistake. Of course, I am an idiot here and loathing, so. Okay, so we're going to do this down to 60 adventures. And hope by that point we've got enough. And we'll go check back. And then we'll use the remaining 60 to get started on the Frat, not the on the hippie side. So yeah, getting meat seems like a decent place to run these turns out that we need to do to get it. I don't know. We might check back at 70. Let's check back at 70 actually. I don't want to overturn here. Because you know we're ending up just on the battlefield spending almost 300 adventures. So I'd rather be a little judicial with our adventure count. So don't want to waste them if we don't have to. You know what I mean? Okay, getting some nice Yeti fur too, which we can trade at the trapper, um, if we wanted to. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the arena. Hey, looks like we're good. You wander up to the amphitheater, mentally picturing yourself pouring your heart out in front of millions of screaming fans. But don't worry, we won't tell anyone. You see two guys scuffling in front of the. Oh, I'm not dressed up. That's right. That's right. That's right. I need to be dressed up. Hold on here. Frat warrior fatigues. Forgot I had to be dressed up. You walk up to the amphitheater and see the fat black runner sitting on the steps with his hand in hand. What's wrong? You ask. I thought I was doing pretty good. Uh, really put it down. The only way to salvage is for you to keep promoting. Once the band is super popular, all those original fans will go to the show just to act superior to people who are just heard about the band. So keep going when you're doing okay. Okay, and I'm just gonna keep in what I have because okay. So go down to 60 and check again. Okay. We like fighting the not Yetis because they drop the most meat. If you haven't noticed, might be hard to read the screen. I don't know. That's a cooking ingredient. Yeah, it is. Of course it is. So, cool. I'm gonna be level like 20 by the time I get to the naughty sorceress at this rate. Hit him with the flyer. Schmackety schmack. Back to the island. Check in. Still not done. Okay, cool. Smackety smack. Don't talk back. I mean, I like the extra stats, but I'd rather just have combats. Wait, there's a skill I could get. I don't know whether I want to use it though. Could be a little detrimental. Okay. Cool. Schmackety schmack. Don't talk back. No. Okay. Doop. Doop. No. Okay. Schmackety schmack. Don't talk back. Bum 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 bum. Man, I would have liked to get farther than this, but this is a tough crowd here. Yeah, we're just gonna go straight to 30 just to be safe. See if that'll finally do it. Keep getting the non-combats, and that's not helping. Smackety smack, don't talk back. Okay. Sorry, guys. So are we done? Okay, no. Still not done yet. Do 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 do. Schmackety schmack. This is the real repetitive and unfun part about doing the war quest. Yeah, so it's a lot easier to just fight for one side, do all 6 quests for the one side, and then go wham bam, thank you, ma'am, to a battlefield. Yeah, that's a statement that's gonna, yeah, not help anyone. Anyway, but like I said, recording this, why not go the full way to try and do it? Okay, I'm just gonna burn the rest of my turns that I have. Because I still have 7 drunkenness that I can do. So can probably get some things going with that remaining drunkenness. But I imagine that we're not gonna be done as quickly with this as I hoped. Because that's how quests work. It's never when you want it to be. You ready? To win the game is like, yeah, you're done. That's fine. At least this is more entertaining in a way, other than all the math we're definitely going to have to do. Well, I'm going to have to do to make sure that I don't miscount. Okay, so the arena. Oh, I think we're actually done. You wander over to the amphitheater and see that people are starting to arrive for the concert. There's a kind of silence around the place. It's made up of a bunch of roadies who have been working very hard, finally sitting still for a change. You see the popped collar or concert promoter kicking back on the stairs leading up to the stage, enjoying an ice cold beer and a plate of wings. Hey, brah, he says. You did excellent work running the show. If you have any flyers left, I'll take them. We can use them at the next show. He leans close to you and says in almost whisper, actually, the band's pretty horrible, but the kids seem to like it. So we give them what they want. Well, actually, we tell them what they want, and then we give it to them. That's showbiz, you know? Anyway, the show's going to start in a few minutes. You should come back then. Well, really, you shouldn't. Shouldn't. Bring your roses if you have them. Okay. So, right. Um, advertise. Okay. Oh, okay. So, Gain Elvage, boost all stats. Meat drops by 40%, and that's not a terrible idea. Boost combat initiative. Also, real size. Okay, well, cool. We're gonna get the boost meat drops. The Winklerd. So bust a move. So cool. Got that. Okay. Gonna go eat some more food. Or booze. We're gonna drink some stuff. Drink some. We're gonna drink all our Nephthine. And we're gonna drink 1 sea wine. No, we're not. We're not gonna do anything because we are at cap. Okay, so we got 19 adventures. So we've done all 3 of our quests as a frat boy. We need to now go be a war hippie. So go do. So we need to go kill 7 people on the battlefield. Cool. Communications, combat, reusable. Okay. So 1 death, 2 death, 3 death, 4 death, 5 death, 6 death, 7 death. Okay. So that's our 7. So let's start with Our Lady of Perpetual Indecision. Well, thank heavens you've arrived. We need help, soldier, most desperately. Calm down, you say. What's the problem? This morning when Sister Medulla, oh boy, came to put the daily donation deposit in our safe, she found it was empty. Those filthy, thieving, dirt and bandits from them Thar Hills have stolen our meat. We'd be ever so grateful if you got back for us. Aha, the extra meat drops will come and help now. So we have to get meat back. We've done the advertising. Okay, so we're doing Our Lady of Perpetual Indecision. It's a hippie. Recover the sister's meat. Visit the nunnery and talk to one of the nuns. She'll tell you about the bandits. Go to them, their and start fighting bandits. They drop thousands of meat, but don't get too excited. Any meat they drop will be collected at the nuns at the end of the battle. Bandits have stolen 100,000 meat in total. You can tell how much you've collected from the mess at the end of the battle. Okay. So you get better things if you do the opposite ones. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so go to them, their hills. Schmackety schmack. Okay, yeah, so we're just rinse and repeat. Okay. Yeah, so we did not get very much. But we did get extra meat for ourselves, I think. I think the meat that we have, yeah, I don't think it counts on that. Almost all the meat is still, yeah. So we're under 25K at the moment. So Um, yeah, so boosting the meat drops is going to help us. So Wrinkler, getting that again. And then Corsican. The Fat Friars. Coats of the Deep Fat Friars. And we want food. Oh, they're just food or booze drops. No, that's not helpful. Okay. So let's do plus meat for monsters. Do I not have anything that does it? The box. Okay, that's cool. The box is literally the only thing. That's gonna be rough. Okay. So we're gonna get our roller outfit because that's all we can do. So yeah, this quest is gonna be multi-part. There's no getting around that. Um, but at least it's more interesting. And like after you do all the little quests, it's very straightforward. We just adventure smashing in the battlefield for each side. Um, we'll just have to keep track of how many. So one of the things recommended in the for doing this is to check your familiars. Because your familiars count the kills that they help with. So that's keeping track maybe. So we might do that because I have a couple of familiars that we haven't done anything with. Like yeah, we have He Who Fangs in the Deep, or we have Gleeful Kenny and the Smiling Rat. I need to rename him. Or we have Stabby and we have He Who Fangs in the Deep, both of which like we can note their kills and just do basic math. Because Jar of Dirt has way too many kills for us to care about that. Which sucks because we really like Jar of Dirt's abilities. I guess we could do a starting kill count when we go into the 124 and just use that. We might. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We're not quite at that point yet. All right. So to top us off, we're going to use a little slap and tickle. Boom. We're drunk. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. I don't know. This one felt short. Oh wait, we're gonna spell it in the NP that we have. See what's our smallest one? Seal Clipping Frenzy? Yeah, we'll do Seal Clipping Frenzy. Just burn all of our MP doing Seal Clipping Frenzy. Completely forgot that we need to re-up these things. What happens when you get in the heat of the moment? Smacking people. Schmackety schmack, don't talk back. Okay, and then we're gonna Snarl Timberwolf twice, and Rage of the Reindeer twice, and then the Snarl Timberwolf. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, that's gonna be the end of it for this one. Thank you guys for watching to the end. Hope it's been helpful. For if you are starting your own war, playing it, doing a KoL run through. So yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye.